Good evening, girls. In the last video class, which I have posted the link in the group, I explained you what is digital communication in a PPT, and I think in the other video link, I have explained about what is an error, how it will occur, and what is the effect of noise in error correction and detection. And I also explained I also gave a brief review of what are the different types of codes used for error correction and error detection. Today we will discuss about the first detection method, that is parity check error detection method. This is very important error correction and detection method, girls, so concentrate. Now whatever I have given in the notes is almost same with the PPT. Remember one thing, if you want to write whatever you have written in the notes, it is okay. If you feel PPT information is better than whatever you have written in the notes, this is also okay. But on the whole, understand the concept, understand the subject without writing it in your own words. Decide what to be written. You already have all the links which I will prepare, so you will have notes as well as the PPT in your hand, and it is up to you what do you decide to prepare for the final exam. Now coming to the introduction part, in digital communication system, when bits are transmitted over computer network, they are subjected to get corrupted due to interference. They are subjected to get corrupted, that means spoiled or damaged due to the interference and network problems. Interference in this paragraph just mean noise. The corrupted bits, that means the bit which are having errors or which are wrongly transmitted, leads to spurious data being received by the receiver, and those are called as errors. Spurious data, that means scrambled data being received by the receiver, and those are called as errors. Okay. Error detection techniques are responsible for checking whether an error has occurred or not in the frame that has been transmitted through the network. It does not take into account the number of error bits and type of error. In this paragraph, what is trying to explain? In the first paragraph, he has defined what is an error. Now, it is transmitter's duty to tell that error may occur in the transmitted data, and it is the receiver's responsibility to detect or to check whether it has received the original data, original message sent by the transmitter, or are there any errors in that frame. Frame is nothing but the setting of data in a proper way. So he has to find first whether he has a error or not, and the next step is to take correction into account. What he is saying, the important point here is, it does not take into account number of bits and type of error. It will only detect the error, that's it, there is an error, but it will not define how many bits are transmitted in an error way and what is the type of error present in that. All this is not considered. Only it will tell, Baba, in the data which you have received, there is an error, and there are different methods to identify that error and different codes to correct that error. Okay. Next, for error detection, the sender needs to send some additional bits along with the data bits. The receiver performs necessary checks based on the additional redundant bits which are added extra. If it finds that data is free from errors, it will remove the redundant bit, extra added bits, before passing the message to the upper layers, to further blocks. There are three main techniques for detecting errors in the data frames: parity check, checksum and cyclic redundancy check. Checksum and CRC are almost same. What is telling? The sender needs to send an additional bits along with the data bits, and if he finds that there are no errors, then data is free. If he finds that there is an error, what he has to do? He has to pass the message to the upper layer after removing the redundant bits. For this procedure, we have three main techniques: parity check, checksum and CRC, out of which parity check is widely used and most important. Okay. Now, to detect and correct the errors, additional bits which are added to the data at the time of transmission are called parity bits. They allow detection or correction of errors, only one. And the data bits along with the parity form a code word. That means the original data which you are sending is nothing but code word. The extra redundant bits which you are adding are called parity bits. Now, first method, parity check for error detection. It is the simplest technique used for detecting and correcting errors. The MSB of 8-bit word is used as parity bit, and the remaining 7 bits are used as data or message. A parity of 8 bits transmitted word can be either of even parity or odd parity. Whenever you are sending 8-bit code, the MSB, most significant bit out of this 8 will be used for, the MSB bit of this 8 bits will be the parity, and the remaining 7 bits will be used as data or message bits. The parity of 8 bits transmitted word can be either of even or odd parity. Simply, parity is of two types, even and odd. Even parity means number of ones in the given word including the parity should be even. And odd parity means the number of ones in the given word including the parity bit should be odd. You have to remember the word including the parity bit. Okay. So what is even parity? Even parity means the number of ones in the given data including the parity bit should be even. The same thing should be odd for odd parity. Now, what is parity bit? In the 8-bit data, the MSB bit is called parity bit, and the remaining 7 bits are called code word. In the previous slide, you have learned that. Okay. Next, this is how the data is framed. Our data is 8-bit. 0 to 6 is code word, that is 7 bits are code word, and the MSB bit, that is last bit, is called parity bit. It is clearly shown here. Parity bit and 7 data bits, which is called as code word. Now, parity bits. The parity check is done by adding an extra bit called parity bit, that is nothing but your redundant data, to the data to make number of ones either even or odd. Again, this depends upon the type of parity. The parity check is suitable for single bit error detection only. Parity check is used to detect an error hidden in only single bit, not more than 1 bit. The two types of parity checks are even and odd. In even, total number of ones in the message are made even. In odd, total number of bits in the message are made odd. How they are made, we will see now. Error detection by parity check. This is a paragraph describing the sender's end. Okay. That means the transmitter end. While carrying a frame is nothing but a data frame containing your 8 bits of data, in which 7 bits are code bits and 1 is parity bit. Okay. The sender counts the number of ones in it and adds the parity bit, the value which is determined as follows. In case of even parity, what is happening? It will count the number of ones first. If the number of ones are even, then parity bit value is 0, because already the numbers are even. If a number of ones are odd, then parity bit P will be equal to 1, so that number of ones will be even. This is in case of even parity. In case of odd parity, if a number of it will count the number of ones in the given data. If the number of ones are odd, the parity bit value will be 0. If the number of ones is even, then the parity value will be 1 to make the number of ones odd. Okay. Once again I will repeat, these 2 points are very important. After transmitting at the sender's end, at the transmitter end, it will count the number of ones and sets or resets the parity value according to the even or odd parity. If it is even parity, if the number of ones are even, parity bit will be 0. If the number of ones are odd, parity bit will be 1 to make the number of ones even. In the second case, it will count the number of ones in the given data. If the number of ones are odd, then parity value will be set to 0. If the number of ones are even, then parity bit value will be 1. This is to set total number of ones to odd. Okay, these 2 are main important points in parity check. Now you can see the same example in the picture. The first part of the picture will determine the data frame. That means the data which transmitter is trying to send. Okay. The second picture will tell frame with even parity, and the third one is frame with odd parity. Now the data frame, in the data frame along with the parity bit, how many ones are there? 4 number of ones. Now if you consider the case of even parity, number of ones is even. So parity bit P will be 0, as you have seen in the previous PPT. If it is an odd parity case, number of ones are even now. We have to make it odd. For that case, parity bit P will be 1. Now if you count, after making P is equal to 1, you count and see the ones in the data frame. Number of ones are 5. Therefore, it is a odd parity case. Now from the in the previous before slide, we have seen sender's end, that is transmitter's end. Now receiver's end, what will happen? After receiving a data frame, the receiver also performs the same process. He will count number of ones in it. In case of even parity check, if the counts of 1 is even, the frame is accepted. Otherwise, it is rejected. Why it is rejected? Because it has an error. In case of odd parity, if the count of ones is odd, then the frame is accepted. If the count of ones is even, then it will be rejected. Okay. If you follow this example and this paragraph perfectly, then you will easily understand receiver's end. Now we will consider one example. Suppose a sender wants to send the data called 1001101 using even parity check method. Okay, he is using even parity check method. It will add parity bits as shown below. The receiver will decide whether an error has occurred by counting whether the total number of ones are even. When the above frame is received, 3 cases may occur: no error, single bit error detection, and failure to detect multiple errors. Failure to detect multiple errors means there is no error and the data is perfectly received. The same 3 points are depicted in the picture. First case, the data which is trying to send, he will count number of ones and he is considering even parity bit. Number of ones are 4 even, so no error. In the second case, number of ones are how many? 5. Error has occurred because it is even parity and number of ones should be even. Therefore, in the second case, error has been occurred. In the third case, first and third are almost same. In the third case, he is telling it is a failure to detect errors. Okay. The points to be remembered are: parity bits are used as the simplest form of error detecting code. Parity bits are generally applied to smallest units of a communication protocol, typically 8-bit octet bytes, although they can also be applied separately to an entire message string of bits. Even parity is a special case of CRC, where 1-bit CRC is generated by a polynomial x plus 1. What is this polynomial x plus 1? We will learn when we come across CRC. If a bit is present at a point, it is detected, or else it is dedicated to a parity bit, but it is not used for parity. It may be referred to as mark parity bit if the parity bit is always 1, or space if the parity bit is always 0. Now mark and space. If P is equal to 1, then it is called as mark. If P is equal to 0, it is called as space. In such cases where the value of bit is constant, it may be called as stick parity bit even though its function has nothing to do with the parity. What is the last case? In such cases, the value of bit is constant. If the value of bit is constant, that is, if it is not changing, then it is called as stick parity bit, even though stick parity bit has nothing to do with parity process. Okay, parity bit is easy to remember, easy to learn, easy to write, and it is very important question. Okay, so if possible, try to go through the PPT once or twice. If you do it for twice, you will be perfect, because even parity needs some clarity to understand it in a better way. Okay, thank you guys.